Very soon, he's going to have the power to destroy Star Wars. But I believe he won't stop there. He can't. He won't stop until there's nothing left at all.
What is he?
He is you. You're opposite. You're negative. The result of the equation trying to balance itself out.
And if I can't stop him?
One way or another, Melvin, this war is going to end. Tonight, the future of Star Wars will be in your hands, or in his.
Hello there, this is Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. I've been on YouTube for 2 years. After giving the garbage sequel trilogy its full shots, I raged after seeing episode 9 in theaters. Shortly after, I turned to the dark side and started the channel. Hello, my name is Darth Melvin, and I'm fucking tired of Disney Star Wars. My number one goal was to gain enough power and influence to get the sequel trilogy retconned. That has transitioned to hashtag sell Star Wars. Fuck Disney. Also, by using the dark side of the Force, I wanted to bring balance to the Star Wars fandom. It's been a very productive 2 years, unleashing the dark side on the Star Wars fandom, exposing the Diiiisney Shills, the trash content creators, and triggering all the whiny sequel lovers. For about the same time, a little longer, there's been another channel doing something very similar, yet the exact opposite. They don't hate the sequels, they love the sequels. They don't want them destroyed, they want the story to continue. Instead of exposing Diiiisney Shills, they expose toxic people in the Star Wars fandom. His name is TurfNation. TurfNation is a Diiiisney Shill. Taking a look at his About section, I call that toxic community says fandoms. So if you feel there's someone out there who's bringing a bad vibe, then let me know, aka anyone that triggers you. The guy is a total snowflake, whining about anyone that dislikes the sequel trilogy. Wah, you're being toxic. Sadly, he's got a following of people that eat up this whiny pussy garbage. This generation is already soft. We don't need whiny sequel cucks like TurfNation making it worse. TurfNation made a video ranking all the Star Wars movies. This easily proves he's a Diiiisney Shill and a fake fan. Number 1, he has Empire Strikes Back. Number 2, The Last Jedi. He thinks The Last Jedi is the second best Star Wars movie. Number 3, you got New Hope. Number 4, The Force Awakens. At number 4, he put the garbage, rehashed, horribly written movie The Force Awakens, number 4. 5, Revenge of the Sith at 5. Number 6, shits on Return of the Jedi. 7, Attack of the Clones. 8, The Phantom Menace. And number 9, he puts The Rise of Skywalker last. Why would he do that?
So my least favorite Star Wars is The Rise of Skywalker. The more I think about this movie, the more I hate it.
Now you might be saying, that man when TurfNation is in the Disney show, he publicly ripped on The Rise of Skywalker. Hold on. TurfNation is your typical Diiiisney Shill. They will show respect to the original trilogy. They'll put the sequels at the top of the rankings and the prequels at the bottom. In this case, TurfNation ranked The Last Jedi at the top. TurfNation is an SJW and parts of the Ryan Johnson Twitter mob. These people shill for The Last Jedi.
I've talked about it in quite some detail before, stating how I love Luke's character arc, how I love Rey's parentage, how I love Rey and Kylo's dynamic, how I love the visuals, the fights, the music, the cinema.
Typically, they don't like The Rise of Skywalker because there was an attempt to retcon or devalue the events of The Last Jedi. So that's why he despises The Rise of Skywalker. But he still defends it. TurfNation is a Diiiisney Shill.
So first thing that happens was a comment called me Turd Nation.
Shill Nation. That's a good name for you. What's your name?
TurfNation.
Shill Nation got into the Star Wars community by trashing the community, calling the fans toxic, and he's been grifting and shilling for Disney ever since.
I'll say it right now. Star Wars fans are the most toxic fan base in the world. And the hate from the prequels has just moved on over to the sequels.
After his initial video calling out Star Wars fans, he called out Anomaly Inc. Shill Nation tries to come off as a Star Wars fan that embraces opinions. He's also a good guy because he calls out toxic fans.
Good as a point of view, Anakin.
The truth is, Shill Nation is a giant Diiiisney Shill that is triggered by sequel trilogy criticism.
But then he uploaded this fucking video. And holy fuck, I'm having an aneurysm.
He takes his viewers through extreme mental gymnastics in an attempt to justify the sequel trilogy. He's made several videos whining about other anti-sequel trilogy content creators, and to discredit their view on the sequels, he labels them toxic. You're just toxic. Shut up. You're just toxic. Another layer of deception is he tries to come off as a neutral Star Wars fan, but all you need to do is watch one video to know he has resentment toward the prequels.
If you'll go to the ends of the earth protecting your dear prequels, then do it. I grew up with them, and thought they were flashy and fun as a child, but I've just gotten older, and I like movies with more real characters,
I'm just right.
actual themes, and emotionally driven scenes. Like Luke's character arc in The Last Jedi is the best and most well-written arc in all of Star Wars. The prequels don't give me this.
Shill Nation is a giant Diiiisney Shill. He's made several videos shilling for the sequel trilogy.
I just really love the sequel trilogy because I love Star Wars so much.
He even made a series called Rise of the Sequels, attempting to debunk videos that rip on the sequels.
I always agree that Snoke just being killed like that is lackluster, but like I said before, I don't really care. Rey and Kylo were so much more interesting anyway. Star Wars fans really hate the idea of women being characters in movies. Rey's parentage is the most important subversion of the whole film. It's so purposeful. If you're honestly annoyed that she wasn't a Kenobi or a Skywalker, then you need to grow up.
You need to grow up. The sequel trilogy films are deep. You're just a child who doesn't understand it. You're toxic.
It just fucking infuriates me.
You're just toxic. Shut up. You're just toxic.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does.
Well, perhaps Mark Hamill doesn't truly understand Luke then, or has a different perception of him. Guys, don't use Mark Hamill as your argument as to why this movie sucks ass. Luke is not perfect, and that's what made him so intriguing, and I guess Mark Hamill forgot about that. There's a reason he's an actor and not a screenwriter. Using Mark Hamill is not a good argument.
So Shill Nation thinks Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, doesn't understand Luke Skywalker. He thinks Rian Johnson understands the character better. This behavior is pathetic. He even found a way to bitch about an animation made by Star Wars Theory.
Instead of using his massive reach to promote positivity within the fandom, he instead just plays a part in further dividing the Star Wars fan base.
Instead of using his massive reach to promote positivity.
It's a themed party.
So, we'll stop at my place, pick up some costumes or something. I think I still have all my costumes from theater.
It's a sequels theme. Sequels theme everything. Sequel fans only.
This video just feels like an attack on people who like the sequels. Like it completely ruins these guys' mood when they realize it's a sequels party. It's like, oh no, it's sequel themed.
This is something that's supposed to be fun, and this Diiiisney Shill is dissecting it and calling it toxic. Shut up! You're just toxic. Man, if I was going to a Star Wars party and figured out it was sequel themed, it would ruin my mood too. I wouldn't go. It's like the Shill Cruiser Hotel. Oh boy, a Star Wars hotel. But it's not a Star Wars hotel, it's a Disney sequel trilogy hotel. Oh, and it goes beyond defending the sequel trilogy. Shill Nation pushes a political SJW agenda in his videos. I don't like your political views. Wah! He is extra triggered by geeks and gamers. In another video he made about Theory, he points out Theory is friends with geeks and gamers. According to his logic, Jamie Madbad, Theory friends with Bad Jeremy. That means Theory Man Bad. I'm gonna go watch The Last Jedi now. Oh, I just made a good video.
You can call me a shill all you want.
Shill Nation is a Diiiisney Shill. He ranks The Last Jedi second in his Star Wars rankings. He tirelessly defends the sequel trilogy and gets super triggered by any criticism of it. He also pushes an SJW narrative on his channel. Shill Nation is a fake fan and a disgrace to the Star Wars community. Make sure to like and subscribe. I am not done with Shill Nation. There's still plenty more to expose. I am growing stronger in the dark side every day, but I need more knights.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
What is your name?
Shill Nation. My name is Shill Nation.